Hello, this is a tutorial for Blazy Figma plugin, and we're gonna just go through some basics of Blazy, and I will show you how to work with it. So for that, we need to run our Blazy plugin, and we need to have some animation. So I used this animation from the community file Aspen Travel app design, and we're just gonna animate this this screen. So this area that you see in Blazy, it calls timeline. So all the stuff that we have related to the timing, all the keyframes and elements you will see here. So whatever we select in Figma, we will see them inside of our playground, this area called playground. So we select our elements and we see them inside of the frame. So all elements that you want to animate, that would be recommended to use frame and put them inside of the frame, and then the elements will have better positioning because they need some frame to have their initial position. So here we selected our elements and we can see them here, and these names are the names of the layers. So as you can see, we have this text group, and we have the frame with our button Explore. So we can select any of the element by clicking on the element in these layers in timeline. You can see they're getting selected, or we can just click on them in our playground. We can click on them and we will see they're gonna be selected. So let's do very basic animation. Let's just use animation presets and make this screen a bit more interesting. So we select our element, we go to presets. Let's do the animation like slide in up. So as you can see, it's sliding up. So the preset added 2 keyframes. The first keyframe is the property of your element at 0 second, and the second keyframe is the properties at 0.5 seconds. So Blazy, basically what it does is it just transitioning your element properties from one point to another point, and the points here are keyframes. So we have a keyframe here, 2 keyframes added because we added them through the presets. And let's animate this text here. So we can again select something, and let's use something like down animation. So as you can see, the animation was added here at this 0.5 second. This happened because the animation that you're applying, or animation presets that you want to add, they're gonna be added to the position where is your time indicator, which is this red one. So, and we can see how it's animating. And let's also animate this button. Let's make it animate, and let's do the same down. So we'll have this kind of animation, which is very basic, and we can save it and to see how it works. So we need to select our frame to see the preview inside of the Figma, and we select it. We can go here and preview it. And this is the animation. This is the prototype animation that we got. All the generated animations will be generated and moved to the page which called Blazy components. It will be automatically generated, and you can see the interactive components that's Blazy created here in the in the Blazy components. So try to not move or do anything here. The max that you can do is just to copy this. If you will copy this section and move it to your page, the section will be updated if we update animation. So let's edit our animation. We can just select here, just select our frame. We can select again our animation as well. All good. So some basics like change duration, and what we can do overall, what we can do with keyframes. So keyframes, as you got the points, like a start point of animation for each element, and we can add more keyframes by clicking, like double clicking here, or we can click and create more keyframes, and each keyframe will have its own properties, and we can add more properties like a scale, blur, and so on to have more advanced property. And to delete keyframes, we need to select them, and we can go to the context menu to press delete, or we can just press backspace to delete our keyframes. Let's delete them. To undo and redo, it's the same common combination, a key combination. It's the command Z to undo and command Shift Z to redo. So to move our animations, we can move like a group of keyframes of this element, for example, like this, or we can select them all and move it like this all together. So all keyframes selected, they will be moved synchronously. If we want to change duration of animation, we just need to move the keyframe. For example, I move this keyframe to 1 second. So that's why the animation will be a bit longer, and we will get it at 1 second. It will be finished with 1 second. We can move it this one as well, and we will have this kind of animation. And here you can see the timing of the of our elements that we animated, and you can change the timing when animation starts, when it ends. So you can do whatever you think is nice, and they will be animating like this. So after we changed all this, we need to save animation, otherwise our prototype will not be updated. So we need to select screen or this frame again, and we can see our animation is updated. So let's do some custom animation. As you can see, we have here more elements. If we select only elements we need, we can see only them in our timeline. So whatever you animate, you can just animate just one element here. There is no need to select them all. Or if you want to select them all, you can just click on screen on the frame name, and you will have all elements that you have in your frame. So we can do some custom animation. We click on this background with the mountains. We select add scale. We're adding custom property add scale, and we want this mountains to scale, let's say, for 10 seconds. We can change the size of the timeline. We need to keep pressing command, and with the mouse wheel we can just make it this small, and we can by the double clicking we can add keyframe here, and let's make it like 300. Let's zoom out. So, and we can see how this animation is changing. We see the scaling is changing for the background. We can add more stuff. For example, we can add rotation even. We can change the rotation like this, or we can just, let's change rotation in our last keyframe. Let's make it like this. So, and we can see it's scaling at the same time and rotating. So this looks like something like a parallax. Again, we need to save animation. We're saving animation. Wait a bit, and we can run it, run the preview again. And as you can see, all animation applied here. Again, if you will go to the Blazy components, we can see that all the elements that we've made, they all will be here. Don't pay attention on the positioning here and so on, because this is something automatically will be creating and positioning. So this is how to make very basic animation in advanced mode. So this mode is called advanced. So where you can just move the elements, move the timelines, change durations, and so on. So, okay, there are some questions that you may have. How to restore our elements if we don't want them animated. So for that, we need to select our element that we animated. And on the right panel, you will see there are some action buttons. One of them is make visible. So it means like we can make our elements visible, but there is a thing that this means that we will not be able to animate it. So to have this element be animated, this should be invisible. That's how it works in Figma. So because this is the first frame of our animation, and first frame, as we know, it's the opacity 0. So, and restore it, we can just click on it, and to restore, we just click on action button restore, and here we go. Our element is back. It's not animated. So, and we can reanimate it again. We can animate every single element in with Blazy. You just need to select that single element, and it will be animated at the same as you do animation with elements, with the bigger elements. For example, if we just select this and we select elements inside, we can do some nice animation. Let's do it again up. There are some features you better to check. There are cascade animation, cascade alignment. You can click here, it will be cascade, and you can see the animation applied and how it works. Again, we can save it, we can open it, and you can see everything is good, everything applied. So this was basic of advanced mode. I'm gonna try to add more tutorials to make your life easier and to see how Blazy works. Thank you.